Hey guys, it's Michael. When was the last time you checked your credit? How often do you check your credit for errors or inaccuracies? Once a year? Every 2 years? Do you wait until you need to apply for a new loan or credit, or after your credit application has been denied? It is recommended that you check your credit at least once a year. But with the current rise in the rate of fraud and identity theft, is checking your credit once a year really good enough? Fortunately, there are a lot of credit apps out there, like Credit Karma, for example, that gives you the ability to not only check your credit on a regular basis, but also on the go. Most importantly, with these credit apps, you get alerts and notifications sent directly to your phone each time there's a major change posted to your credit. But how accurate and reliable are this information? Generally, pretty reliable, because the information posted on these credit apps are pulled directly from the database of the three major credit reporting agencies, like Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. The only exception being your FICO score. FICO scores are those important three-digit number on your credit report that ranges between 400 and 800. Those important three-digit number that most banks and financial institutions use to determine your credit eligibility and worthiness. Those important three-digit number that most financial institutions use to make 80 to 90% of their credit decisions. So, the higher your FICO score, the more likely you're going to get approved for a credit, and vice versa. The information or all the items posted or reported on your credit report has to have three distinct characteristics by law. And all three major credit reporting agencies has to, by law, report all the items on your credit report under this umbrella. Number one, all the items on your credit report has to be reported fairly. Secondly, it has to be accurate. And thirdly, it has to be substantiated. So, what do you do if and when you find a negative item that is an error or an inaccurate item on your credit report? Do you just sit back, wait, and hope that that item automatically falls off your credit report? Or do you wait and hope that the credit reporting agency finds and fixes the error? Unfortunately, it is not the responsibility of the credit reporting agency to find and fix any negative errors on your credit report. They have no choice but to go by the information that's been provided to them by the original creditors. So, how do you go about fixing negative items on your credit report? You have two options. Number one, you could either hire one of the so-called credit repair agencies who will charge us between $40 to about $200 per month to try to challenge those items on your credit report with the credit reporting agency. And remember, it is not guaranteed. They will tell you that their job or challenging those items with the credit bureau report or reporting agencies is not guaranteed. So you have to make a personal decision. If you want to go ahead and spend $20 or $40 to about $200 per month on a job or a service that's not guaranteed, and you might not get a positive result out of. Secondly, you could do it yourself. All you have to do is dispute those items on your credit report. It's only going to take you 5 minutes and $0 out of pocket. So, How do you go about disputing an item on your credit report? Pretty easy. All you have to do is pull up your credit report, your Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, or your credit report on those credit apps. Pull up the item in question. On that page, you'll find either a tab or a link as an option to dispute that particular item. Fill in all the necessary information, answer the questions required, and submit the application, and you're done. The process normally takes within 30 days before you hear back from the credit reporting agencies. And this is how the process works on their end. Once you submit your application for a dispute to the credit reporting agency, by law, they have to review that information. And then they'll communicate with your creditor, whoever that creditor is, who then reviews the information, do their due diligence, and then perform their lawfully required obligation, which is to either update that information on your credit report or completely remove it from your credit report. So, it is always advisable to dispute an item that you think is an error or an inaccurate reporting on your credit report. The creditors don't have 30 days with all the other responsibilities on their hands to dig into your dispute and to investigate all the errors on your credit or whatever that item is. So majority of the time, those items will be automatically taken or removed from your credit report. The creditor has an obligation to report back to the credit reporting agency within 30 days. If the credit reporting agency doesn't hear back from the creditor within that time frame, by law, they have to remove that item from your credit report. So, it is to your advantage to dispute any item that you think is an inaccurate reporting on your credit report. Because a lot of times, these creditors will not have enough time to investigate that item. And what happens eventually is that item will be automatically removed from your credit report. All right, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And please leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. Also, share this video with others that you think will benefit from it as well. And remember, you can be the champion who beats all odds to be debt free.